How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing some general maintenance, air filter. Going to do it every year. It's a little bit of a process on this thing because the tank has to come off, but if you have some basic tools, it's really not that hard. So let's get started by taking the seat off, the side panels, and the tank off so we can get to the air box for the air filters.
First, on both sides, you got this one and this cover that needs to be removed so that way you can get to the bolt. So try to stick your hand, wiggle your fingers in between the frame and this black part, and then just, it's snug, so just kind of wiggle it back and forth a little bit until it pops off. See, you got connection right here, here, and here that these all fit in. So just take your time, stick your hands in there and just kind of gently pull so that way it'll pop right up. Now to do the same thing on the other side.
Okay, once you get your 6mm Allen wrench, get it right in there and start to loosen it up. Alright, now that's out. Got to do the same thing on the other side.
Now that you got both of these bolts taken out, you have to slide the seat back. There is a post back here that gets on there, so you got to get it back kind of far. Sometimes you got to smack it pretty good to get it back, but it's just, see how the front popped up when I got it back? Yeah, so it's still getting hot up on there, but push back enough, voila, to get it loose. Now, if you want to take the seat completely off, you have to unplug this guy because this wiring harness goes through here and attaches for the trunk. So you could either take this off by pushing down on this.
Alright, one of the first things you're going to have to start with is taking off these bolts that hold the back of the tank. You're going to need the 6mm, same one that you used to remove the bolts for the seat. Stick in. Voila. Now, gotta do the same for this one. Next thing that needs to get removed is this dash cover. I have this challenge coin cover, so it's gonna an extra step for me. If you're interested in this challenge coin holder, I'll leave a link in the description or in the corner up above somewhere. So I have to remove this to get to the bolt under this. Now that I got the coin removed, you're gonna need a 4mm to loosen up the tank bolt right there. Now, same with the seat. There is something under here that holds the front of this down, so you're gonna have to slide it forward once. There you go. Just kind of stick. Well, there you go. And that's how you remove the center tank thing. A little dirty. Next thing we need to do is unplug a few things. You have the vent line and you have this plug right here. So unplug this, and this one you could just pull right up just like that. All right, now that you have all the plugs and everything disconnected, if this is your first time taking the tank off, there's going to be zip ties holding these tubes and everything to the tank. So get some help, like I have. You lift up the tank. There's two C posts or the front of the tank. So you're going to need to lift up and slide back a little. Once you get some resistance, you can try to tilt the tank. Put it under the up here. So where the hoses are. Yeah, it's
Okay, let me just put this out there. There's two trains of thought on how you could take this tank off. You could disconnect the hoses from both sides, the fuel line and the vent line, and then cut some zip ties from the front of the tank, so that way you can pull the wiring harnesses off. I just chose to take the lines off the top of the tank and leave everything just kind of hanging up there, because I don't know, at the time it seemed like it would be easier because you have to take a lot more stuff off to get to that secondary fuel line. I mean, the fuel line at the bottom of the tank. So I just did it this way. But there's another way you can do it. After when I put the tank back on, I don't have to worry about putting those zip ties on the bottom of the tank again. I could just put them one up in the front, so that way it'll stay in this place and I don't have to do this part over again when I change or clean the filter next time.
Oh, I see. Now, anything else under here? Take a look. I got the tank. The whole collector on this. Oh. There's something else. Oh, this is my latest edition.
Right up there is the stickers.
And just like that, super easy.
So simple.
Yeah. So much better to have help, especially if this is your first time doing it. All right. Now that we got to this point, we got to move this guy over to the side. You might have to pull the grommet out of here, or cut the zip tie and then replace it. And then you need to lift these up out of their respective holders. Which can be a little bit of annoying, especially down over here. I know, so you can get access to loosen these up, because this is where under the air filters. Grab 6mm Allen and loosen these up. Alright, for this right here, there's a zip tie right here. I'm just going to cut this to pull these lines away from. Alright, so So cut this off. You could always add a zip tie back in. Slide that out. And then wiggle. I was due for a change. Alright, so I'm going with the K&N replacement filter. It comes with this sealing grease. And according to the instructions, you're supposed to lay a bead of this all in this little gasket right here and smooth it out. So that way when it sits against the metal in there, it creates a good seal so no dust gets around it and the filter does what it's supposed to do. So just now that you got it all in there, just kind of smooth it out. Filling up some of the low spots right there. So that way it gets pretty good seal all the way around. And once you get all that, slide it in place. Alright, now I'm going to slide it right back in. Alright, time to reinstall the bolts. Yeah, I see it now.
You made it the wrong one. Could be why it's not cooperating.
Right now, just snap all these back in place. And then replace the zip tie to hold that in there. And the air filter is installed. Then it's the exact opposite. Then you just got to replace the tank and put the seat back on. But that's pretty much it.
Wow. You guys stay under? Like that?
Like that. So these all plug in on top of the tank.
All these go on top?
Yeah.
Alright, what about these? All this?
Yep.
Alright.
It's back in place. Mounted. Plug in all the wires that we're just gonna start with this little guy right here. Sure, a few hole snaps in place. This vent hose goes back right here. And then double check, make sure that all the other hoses pinky. Alright, that's pretty much it for the install of the air filter. I didn't show you putting the bite back together because it's basically the reverse of taking it all apart. But yeah, it didn't take that long. It probably took maybe about a half an hour to take everything apart and change the air filter out. Not the easiest thing, just because of the tank. I highly recommend if you do it, make sure the tank is not full like mine was. Again, going back to the tank removal, there's two trains of thought on how you could take it off. You could just disconnect all the hoses, you know, the hose coming from the tank to the... Actually, you don't even have to disconnect the top. You could just disconnect the vent line that's behind the tank, and then you have to remove the side cover on the engine, and then get to the fuel line down there. And you're gonna have to, when you pull that out, you gotta make sure that you either drain the fuel from it or have a rag handy, so that way you don't spill fuel all over the place. And then you could just pull the tank off and leave the hoses all attached. Or like in my case, I just took everything off the top and then just left all the hoses there. So there's two different ways you could do it, each your own. I just thought that way worked. That was just the only way I thought about doing it, so that's the way I did it. But two ways of doing it. Aside from that, it was pretty straightforward. I went with the K&N filter. I'll leave the part number in the description below in case you're interested in getting the K&N filter. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Not a lot of tools involved, and like I said, it took maybe about a half an hour. Not very hard to do at all. So if you want to save yourself a couple bucks and do it yourself, well, there you go. It's pretty simple. Alright, well, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If there's any other maintenance things that you would be interested in seeing, please let me know so I can make some content on it. Give me some ideas. I would really appreciate it. And remember, you only live once. Live life to the fullest. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.